I'm Christy. Today I want to talk to you about finding the best work alternative. Now, as I discussed last week, for many of our loved ones, finding a job that suits them well is a great option for keeping them engaged and involved on a daily basis. You can find a link to that post over on the blog. That's at www.havenofhopeforme.com. This originally posted in September of 2020. But what happens if you don't think that work is the best option for your loved one? What other options are available? Well, as with many issues that we faced with our loved ones, where you live will greatly determine what options are available to you. Services, options, and organizations that work with individuals with special needs vary from state to state, county to county, and even city to city. So, I've included a few ideas, a few thoughts I've had on where you can look. Now, you might find an amazing option in your area. If you do, I would love to hear about it. I'm always looking for new options. The first thought I had is to have your loved one stay home with you. Now, in many ways, this is the simplest option. You already know your loved one. He or she is comfortable at home, and you probably already have some kind of routine worked out. This works well if there's someone who can be home with your loved one. Now, if one parent or caregiver is a stay-at-home parent, or if caregivers can work different shifts, this may be a beneficial option for everyone. Now, I know some individuals who are low-functioning enough that this is the option their caregivers have chosen. One particular individual I'm thinking of would probably have a hard time finding a job he's capable of completing on a consistent basis. His parents have chosen to keep him home. Another individual I know functions at a 1 or 2 year old level. Her parents have also chosen to keep her home. Last I checked, everyone is happy with both of these decisions. Now, this can be a great option if your loved one is lower functioning, or if they have a behavior issue that could be hard to manage in other situations. Allergies or other issues that may be hard to accommodate in other settings may also be another reason to keep them home. Now, another option that I thought of was adult daycare. Now, I realize this may not be the politically correct term, but I have seen it used in my area. Adult daycare centers are exactly what they sound like, a location that provides qualified care of adults who cannot be left alone. Now, this could be a good option if all the adults in the household work regular schedules and no one is available to care for your loved one. Now, of course, this also assumes that your loved one is not safe to leave home alone, or at least for long periods. This could also be a good option if your loved one needs supervision and the primary caregiver needs regular breaks from caregiving. It could also be a place that provides socialization and could help your loved one make progress on social skills. So this may be your best solution if everyone in the household is gone all day. Your loved one thrives with some socialization time. The primary caregiver needs regular breaks from caregiving duties. Your loved one requires extra care, or if your loved one cannot be left unsupervised for any length of time. Another idea that came to mind is to find a place for your loved one to volunteer on a regular basis, or maybe several different places that they can volunteer. Now, I like this option for several reasons. First, your loved one learns valuable life skills. It can also help them develop a sense of pride in completing a project to the best of their ability. It provides socialization. Another voice gets to speak into their life, aside from just family members. It can also provide a variety to daily activities, especially if you find multiple places that they can volunteer. And finally, it provides a way for your loved one to give back to society. Now, obviously, I lean heavily towards finding a job that is appropriate for your loved one. I'm not going to deny that. But I also understand that that option may not be available to everyone. And some people have a hard time finding the right fit in a job. As I say regularly, having special needs just complicates that option even more sometimes. But more importantly, my opinion and the choice for my family does not make it right for every other family out there. I get that. Each family must make the choice they feel is right and best for their family and for their loved one. I'm here to cheer you on regardless of what you choose. I do have one caution though. Be careful not to rule out the option of a job for your loved one just because they are lower functioning, even on a special needs spectrum. We have at least one organization in our area that works specifically with individuals with special needs who do fall on the lower end of the spectrum. They have jobs for people that are lower functioning than AJ. Now, in fact, I've been told specifically not to let him get a job in some of these places because he would be bored out of his mind. It is nice to know, though, that these places exist in my area. Now, personally, I'd want to exhaust my options for work or other socialization opportunities before deciding to keep AJ home all the time. But again, that's my personal choice. I guess what I'm really trying to say is this. 1, don't rule out any option completely until you've researched the options in your area for yourself and decided that it's not a good option for your loved one. And secondly, keep an open mind. You just might be surprised at what options you find. So my question for you this week is this. What alternatives to work are available in your area? Is there an option that I've overlooked or haven't thought of? I'd love to hear about it. I'm always looking for new ideas. You can leave me a comment below, or you can leave me a comment over on the blog. That's at www.havenofhopeforme.com. This originally posted in September of 2020. I'm grateful that I can look into work alternatives for AJ, which helps me continue to say that life is good and there is never a dull moment.